Hi there, my name's Nicola James and I'm the founder of Lexxic and Psychologist. And today I'm talking to Antony, the co-founder of ATEC, the Assistive Technology Exhibition and Conference, and the chair of BATA, the British Assistive Technology Association. Hi there, Antony.
Hi, Nicola.
Hi there. What I want to do today is explore a bit more about your role and explore a bit more about your relationship with assistive technology and neurodiversity.
Great.
Can you tell me a bit more about your role in BATA?
Yeah, I've been the chair of BATA for just over 4 years now, and very, very honoured to be so. It's a fantastic body of people. We have a board of directors taken from across the sector. We represent the assessment community, publishers, manufacturers and value-added resellers. And we basically aim to promote assistive technology and the rights of those who require assistive technology. And we do that through sort of lobbying governments, working with the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Assistive Technology, and also obviously by liaising with our membership to promote the benefits of it to the entire sector.
Brilliant. And can you explain a bit more about your relationship with some of the DSA aspects and the workplace aspects?
Yeah, so there are a number of sort of key aims that we have as BATA and a couple of sort of crucial projects that we're working on. One is sort of canvassing against the £200 contribution with regard to the Disabled Students Allowance, which has been brought in, which we believe has negatively affected the number of students who are accessing that particular resource, which is a fantastic resource. You know, it's something we lead the world in. We're the envy of the world when it comes to the DSA, and you know, we wish to maintain it at its current high level. And with Access to Work, we work with Access to Work assessors, promoting the products and skills that are out there to ensure that they're delivering you know, the highest level of service they can to their customers in the workplace.
Definitely, and I know when I was at university and I got help through the DSA, made such a huge difference to my grades and getting where I am today. Can you tell me a bit more about the effects you've seen assistive technology have on people across the board?
Sure. Assistive technology is transformative. It's I suppose as BATA, we're primarily concerned with digital assistive technology, so if anything was sort of electronics or computer-based or software-based, but assistive technology can be anything from a grab rail to a high-end CCTV system for somebody with a visual impairment. But it transforms lives. You know, it enables people to see and to be able to communicate and to be able to contact and stay in contact with friends and relatives, to study, to work, to live their lives. It's so significant. It's sort of, you know, it's a massive part of our everyday life, really.
And there are some quite exciting pieces of technology coming on the market, given how technology and the internet's changed. And I know you work with some of them. For example, for the neurodiverse market, we've got things like Find My Flow that uses animation to support people and learn assistive technology products like text-to-speech or voice recognition. You've got products like Neurotalent Unlock that look at things like workplace skills for people with dyslexia and softer skills support and line management training on dyslexia and autism. And then you've got things like Brain in Hand, where it's about supporting people with autism in the workplace, etc. How do you think these are changing the environment of assistive technology?
I think it's having an amazing change on the way that we live our lives and the way that we receive the support that we can benefit from. You know, being able to access support 24/7 is fantastic. You know, you'll never really change the benefit of human support, but in conjunction with that, being able to get the help you need at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're cramming for an exam, or when you're in a workplace situation when you're overwhelmed but you just need some guidance. You know, to be able to get that access and that support to the skills and the advice that you need is massive, and it's transformative, and it enables people to live their lives.
One of the things that we found with going online is that people sometimes find it hard to even ask for help. So being able to do it more discreetly, or maybe the busy mother that's studying that doesn't have time to have face-to-face help, it really benefits people in terms of distance learning or learning discreetly.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, massively. I think that, you know, the age we live in, people are still studying remotely, they're working remotely, but even when you're in the workplace, it accommodates mental health preferences, it accommodates anxiety, it accommodates religious preferences. Not to mention if you're just feeling under the weather, you know, if you can't make your support session in person or they can't make it to you. And also, you know, you shouldn't sort of forget the fact that it's environmentally friendly as well. You know, you haven't got people travelling around to give this support, so you're not waiting around for an appointment to happen, somebody being late. It's there when you need it and you can rely on it. And you can return to that resource time and again without feeling like you're overburdening somebody and becoming a nuisance, which some people sort of shy away from adopting new technologies and new techniques because they're embarrassed or shy to ask again. So having that there at their fingertips is brilliant.
And you're obviously a very busy man because you're also involved in the co-founder of ATEC, which is the Assistive Technology Exhibition and Conference. We attended and it was really good. You got to meet lots of different people. You got people from the workplace, education, and it brought together lots of different assistive technologies. What was the passion and the idea behind that?
It came about really through the years that myself and my colleague Reza have worked in the industry, and we're basically being asked by disability professionals where to go to get the updates on all of the new AT that's coming out there and all the updates to AT that are coming through on a constant basis. The publishers and manufacturers are constantly working on their products to develop them and embrace new technologies and new techniques. And conversely, we were being asked by the publishers and manufacturers and service providers, where can we go to publicise what we do and the great stuff that we do. So we put the idea together, and we've been really quite blessed by the support of people like Barclays, Microsoft, the support of the MP for Disabled People, Sarah Newton, all of whom have helped to raise the profile and take this forwards. And it's been a very exciting journey, but a very rewarding one.
And you've got all these budding entrepreneurs coming through with lots of different ideas around assistive technology. Like you've got Lexxible, which is developed by someone who's got dyslexia, which is around spelling. We developed Neurotalent Unlocked, inspired by my dyslexia experiences. Sarah has a great passion around Find My Flow to help people in the university and education with assistive technology. If you were talking to an entrepreneur who's got an idea for a piece of assistive technology, but he wanted to take it to market, what advice would you give?
I'd say try and understand who your market are. I think that it's very easy to try and become all things to all people. So stick with what you know, target your audience as you know it, and then learn to sort of develop the product and branch it out from there. But certainly by doing the user testing and ensuring that your concept is one that actually fits that need and not just fits you, would definitely be my main advice. And there are a lot of people out there you can work with to help develop your products, and get user testing done through universities or the workplace to ensure that what you are doing is delivered best in that fashion.
And if I was the person working with students or the workplace who need assistive technology, where are good places to go to find out about the new products available? Or what good places to read? Or is it keeping up with BATA or ATEC? Can you give more advice on that? Yeah,
certainly as BATA, we do a regular newsletter sort of talking about the upcoming sort of changes to technology and new technology that's coming through. ATEC, I would obviously say, is a great resource if you've got a day to spare to update your CPD and attend seminars and workshops in the exhibition aspect. And there are obviously overseas events like ATIA in America, if your budget stretches that far. But to be honest, a lot of the publishers and manufacturers and the resellers will come to you. If you've got 2 or 3 or 4 colleagues who would benefit from learning more about particular products, get in touch with those manufacturers, get in touch with those publishers, and they will come and see you, or at the very least do a webinar for you and help you understand better what their products can do.
Brilliant, that's great advice. So thank you for your time today, Anthony.
My pleasure.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.